Welcome back to the Dusty Hat Recap Show. And if you can't tell by my demeanor, not happy about this one at all. This game, to me, pathetic. Maybe prisoner of the moment, maybe because it just ended, maybe because the wound hasn't even had a chance to have some ointment applied to it. Perhaps all of those things may be true, but this game was ugly. And my biggest problem with this game is the offense and the struggles that they continue to have. I said it early on. This season was reminding me a lot of 2002. And what I meant by that was, in 2002, the offense wasn't explosive. It wasn't incredible. They had a good running back in Maurice Clarett, and they had a really strong defense. And what they were doing was keeping the games close, winning off of defense and special teams. And the offense just had to make a play or two, and they were going to walk away victorious. Well, this year is feeling the same way. And although that was once fun, you still expect that against a team like Rutgers, who is now 6-3 and is improved. I'll say it, as much as I hate them, as much as I don't want to give them any credit, as much as I don't want to compliment them at all. They are an improved team, but they are still nowhere near the level of talent that exists on this Ohio State roster. So the question becomes, why is it such a struggle offensively for this Ohio State team? I mean, they have all of the weapons. They have the established play caller in Ryan Day, who clearly has shown you what he can do in the past. But why, oh why, is it such a struggle this year? That's when I begin to ask myself the question, is it just simply Kyle McCord is not the right guy for the job? Maybe he is holding this offense back a little bit. Maybe it is his lack of talent. Maybe he just isn't really there. That can't be it, right? Because this is a 5-star recruit. This is a guy who has shown you flashes, even in this game. That first touchdown pass to G. Scott, my goodness, he fit that right in there. The throw he threw to Scott going across the middle on third down in the second quarter was a dime. He dropped it, of course. But then you follow that up with a fake punt on your own 30? What are you, desperate against Rutgers? I can't be the only one that feels like Rutgers is not the team that should be making you feel desperate enough to pull out a fake punt on your own side of the field. I can't fault the defense, because the defense got put in bad spots and held them to 9 points in the first half. Even after Kyle McCord threw the late turnover late in the first half, like, come on, man, what are you doing? The defense still headstrong. They bent, but they did not break. Yes, they gave up a bunch of yards, but look, that happens when you're on the field that much. I don't buy too much from that, because they didn't give up touchdowns, and that's what really matters. But this offense is atrocious. It's bad. We are too far into the season to be still saying Kyle McCord is growing. This offense is starting to gel and put it together. No, it's too late now. This should be the time where we're seeing an explosion. And I know what some of you may be thinking. Well, it's just one game. What if next week they come out and they light it up? It is very possible. And maybe this game was just a bad day. That is all true. But we are here to talk about this game. And so for that reason, I gotta say, look, this isn't the first game that we've seen this offense struggle. This isn't the first game where it looks like they're still trying to baby Kyle McCord. This isn't the first game where we've seen them struggle. I, for one, am officially on record. I would like this to be out there. I am concerned by this offense. Now, again, the defense to me, legit. Every bit as good as advertised. Even without Denzel Burke, I felt like this team still played good defensively. Now, it could have been better. They had some really stupid penalties. But I still think, all in all, if not for that defense playing as well as they did and holding Rutgers to field goals, this game could have been bad, and Ohio State could have been finding themselves in a situation where they're trying to mount a comeback to Rutgers. I never thought I would see the day that Ohio State would potentially be down to Rutgers. That's unfathomable to me. But we saw it. Luckily, in the second half, they came in, they made some timely plays, and again, I still stand true. I don't know what the end result is going to be, but this team is mimicking 2002 almost to a T. Special teams is doing their job, defense is doing their job, and so far the offense have not been doing what they're supposed to do, but they're getting timely big plays. That 62-yarder to Travion Henderson on third down, massive play. There's been a couple of those. There's been a bunch of those. But all in all, this defense still struggles. And what my concern is, getting later into the season and with that big old matchup with Michigan coming up, that's not the kind of team that you can struggle against early, because their defense is going to be on point. And their offense, with that running game, is going to put some pressure on Ohio State's defense. If the defense holds up, the offense is going to have to do their job. And this games like today make me concerned that they could do that. And even beyond that, Big Ten championship game, that could be a problem. Getting into the playoff, that could be a problem. I fully expect after this performance, Ohio State to take a drop in the college football playoff rankings, maybe even drop as low as 4. Because to be honest with you, I couldn't even blame the committee for looking at this game and saying, yeah, the resume is impressive, but with Notre Dame going down and now you looking like this against Rutgers, got to drop at least 1 or 2 spots. So anticipate Ohio State dropping down to 3, maybe even 4. Comes with the territory, though. When you're the number 1 team, you got to act like and play like it, and they surely didn't today. What do you think? Are you concerned about this offense? Or are you just going to chalk this up as a bad day? I got to be honest with you. It was a bad day. I am concerned, but I would much rather be concerned after a W. So let me know in the comments down below what your biggest takeaway from the game is. How do you feel about this offense? And how do you feel about this team going forward? Let me know, and I'll catch you guys next week.